Oh boy, time now for another episode of Mr. Nailsin Sunday Comics. And continuing once again with the Eternals when gods walk the earth. Okay, so that's a big hand. Gee, I wonder who it could be. It's one of the Celestials. Anyway, doom threatens the domain of the Deviants, the city that died twice. So I guess it died and they rebuilt it and died again. You know, what are you going to do? It's sad. Okay, the Eternals. The return of the space gods of the ancient Incas has brought from hiding two species of man, long alienated from human. The Eternals are immortal and wondrous in nature. The Deviants are the unstable, hostile demons of the past and a sinister presence in our times. You will now see them all, and among them is the Reject. Handsome, homicidal, a tower of hatred in search of someone he's never known. Mother. So I guess he's looking for his mommy. Okay. Mother, should I drop the bomb? Anyway, fall back, Deviants. A giant space god has come among us. He's crushed our outer weapon system with his mighty hand. Yeah, I know, I can see it. Abandon this perimeter. Well, do you really need to be told? But so there you go. He's so much for that. You know, all this stuff they built and worked. You thought it was going to take this guy, huh? I don't think so, buddy. No. So, oh, look, there he is. Oh, gee, he looks familiar. Sort of, kind of. Anywho, driven into the Atlantic depths after a cosmic war with the space gods, they never learn, once powerful species of man has rebuilt upon the ashes of ancient Lemuria. The Deviants have not forgotten that war. It kind of looks like it. They're trying to do it again. No, but anyway, they've spent the ages beneath the sea, forging formidable weapons in preparation for the return of their enemy from space. Now, one of them has come. A marauding bear among swarming gnats. I don't think they're going to do as good as gnats. Anywho, curse the Celestial. He's made a ruin of equipment that could stop a mighty task force. Yeah, a task force, not a space god. Jeez. Anyway, this is Weapon Station 1. The space god has broken through our defenses. We are forced to fall back to secondary positions. These smaller weapons are useless. Useless! Thanks to a force field, the collapse of the station will not bring the ocean waters in upon us. Well, that explains that. What do we have here? It couldn't keep him out. The space gods move in a mysterious manner which defies all barriers to their progress. So anyway, yeah, they're losing. So we skip ahead, and boy, it doesn't look good, does it? No. The giant hand soon sinks out of sight, but the effects of its invasion turn the city streets into surging rivers. We are beset by a flood. The canal walls must have broken. You think?
How did this happen?
It was a giant hand, towering above the city like a colossus. Help! Help! Despite living under the ocean, I never learned to swim. Anyway, as the waters begin to level off, relief vessels rush speedily to the scene of damage. But the Deviants are in the grip of shock and chaos. Don't panic. The situation's under control. Move along. Nothing to see here. Scoundrels, they leave us to rescue ourselves. It is the deviant way. The commander is expendable. It is the structure and those who rule it that must be saved. Emergency division is doing all it can, Commander.
Try harder, Dolt. The flood has reached the palace.
The great Toad and his royal family shall be spared any fear or discomfort. Every possible aid has been dispatched.
I hope you've included assault troops. There's some sort of deviltry happening in the royal combat arena, and our rulers are there in attendance.
Oh, well, gee. Okay, can't have that happen. So, The Celestial sent his message. Get out of the way, Wills. Meanwhile, Isan, the Celestial, has left Lemuria and glides like a mammoth phantom through the deeps. For the next 50 years, it will be his personal domain. Golly, 50 years. A long time to swim. Anyway, as for his brothers of the fourth host, they too begin to make their presence known. Hargen, or Harjin, I don't know, looms like a monument in the The Tyrolean Alps? Okay. Arouse the town, everyone must see this. It's unbelievable. He must be 2,000 feet tall. Oh, where does he come from? Television crews have already been flown to the Australian outlands. Oh, right, Australia? Oh, okay. Okay. Anyway, the giant image of Oneg is now on videotape. Don't get too close, lads. He's out of space for sure. Out of spacer for sure. Whatever. He doesn't make a sound. Can't get a thing on this mic. Oh, well. He's just standing there. Anywho, Nazar is found by a MiG patrol in the Siberian wilderness. They have verified what has startled the generals in the war room of the High Command. There he is. The photographs did not lie. Take no offensive action, because probably whoop our asses with the SWAT. We'll take a few passes and see if he shows any signs of hostility. It is in the mountaintop city of Olympia, at home of the Eternals, that the celestial visitors are more accurately assessed. The space gods are foraging far from their base into the Andes, Domo. Their operation is spreading across the world. Does the link-up device tell you more, great Zuras? What about my ass? Oh, my name, yeah. Although the minds of Eternals are wonders without equal, the link-up can enable us to make more intimate contact with those of intergalactic origin. The Celestials represent power beyond measure. Their thoughts do not yield to communication easily. Now I shall reach out to their vessel in orbit above the Earth. I can see it, Domo. The thing is of a size to blot out the moon. Well, I would think so. It's got to carry those guys, and they're pretty big, so anyhow. So he's hooked into his version of Cerebro, and once stimulated by the link-up, the mind of the eldest Eternal dwarfs all others on Earth. It penetrates the hull of the gargantuan craft and makes sudden contact. Great, Zuras. What is it, sire? You look stricken. No! 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 Zuras is seized by violent tremors. The link-up blazes with a dazzling brightness that results in a terrifying backlash of shocking strength. It rocks both Eternals to their very core. Jeez, boy, when they hang up on the phone, you know. Don't call us, we'll call you. Stand aside, Domo, or it may... The link-up is under siege by an incredible mind thrust. The bizarre reaction suddenly diminishes in strength and contact is broken. It is done, Domo. I've no further need for the link-up. But you must tell me, sire, what... What indeed? What have the dark and vast stretches of the universe spawned and sheltered and nurtured and grown in that unthinkable time before our planet was formed? Good gracious! It is impossible to conceive of a mind that could visibly shake the prime eternal, yet it is up there, in the craft of the space gods. He is designated the one above all, most likely the celestial name for commander of the fourth host. Geez, I really need a trim. The mission of the host is to fulfill what the Celestials term as a 50-year judgment. And what we are witnessing now is the beginning of this work. I tell you, Domo, that the results of this may not be to our liking. 50 years is a brief moment in time, in the life of Eternal. If catastrophe is imminent, we must act with all due haste. Else we shirk an enormous responsibility. That must never be said of Eternals. Activate the unifier. No, well, if you got one of those handy, no problem. Urged on by Zuras, his faithful assistant rushes off to his grave duty.
The unifier has been silent since the days of the great flood. Woe to man that it must sound again. Go, then, off to your task.
You've given the brat his due, Icarus. I'm certain...
Oh, wait, I thought it was her talking. I'm certain that sprite has learned his lesson.
He's only a boy.
Is he?
Well, even young Eternals love to play pranks.
His head glows once again. I wonder what he'll conjure up this time. Suddenly, there's no end to his weird imagination.
I warn you, if you don't release me, I'll turn into something more horrible.
Fly, then. Answer the call as we all must. But have a care. If you decide to harass Icarus and his friends at some other time...
Fear not! I shall remember this indignity.
It can't be any worse than what, actually, in the previous page, which I skipped because of copyright. He spanked him. Yeah. So then he turns into a booger. Anywho,
thus I defy you, Icarus. You're a brutish lout. The one cause of generation gaps.
That young scamp is in sore need of a further discipline.
Agreed. Pray that time teaches him greater wisdom.
I just came out of the shower.
It seems that Mockery and I chose a poor time to show you Olympia, Margot. You've been frightened by monstrous images, and now must be subject to the call.
Young people like Sprite are always exciting.
He's not young in human terms, Margot. One of your writers named Shakespeare included Sprite in one of his plays. Yeah, okay, if you say so. But that was during a time when humans and Eternals were still separated by fantasy. Now we must share the same fate.
Does this mean that the call is meant for me as well?
It means that you are welcome to join us and the others. Although its sound is denied to humans, the call will be heard by Eternals everywhere. By Eternals like Circe, who live in human cities.
Let's not forget those like Athena, who take foolish trips.
I see.
Somehow the strange fascination that lures her to Crow, the deviant general, has brought her misfortune in ages past. She is with him now among the deviants. I wonder how she fares.
At that moment in the city beneath the sea, Lena looks squarely into the face of danger. There she goes. She's looking. And it is a strange, deceptive face, wreathed in shadows, set in a well-shaped, muscular body. The face of death draws near.
Save us from the reject! He'll kill us all!
Send for more guards. He's destroyed the others. Hurry!
Your combat arena fails to be amusing when it begins to involve the spectators, Crow. You deviants have yourselves to blame for this. The poor thing was trained to kill, and now he can't stop.
Your words won't stop him. Find safety, Athena. I'll try to hold him off.
Crow's brave gesture is never completed. The reject is upon him with uncanny swiftness.
I hate you. I hate you all.
Suddenly the arena is illuminated by a powerful blinding flash of energy which hurls the two apart. The reject lies shaken and puzzled by this unexpected resistance. His instincts tell him that the female is the cause of what happened. From his very first glimpse of her among the assemblage of deviants, he has sensed a hidden strength behind her cool self-assurance. Kit, I need you. Rage seizes him once more. He attempts to rise, but another burst of power cuts him short. Okay, we skip ahead.
No, Athena, say, we need time. If we part this moment, we may lose each other forever.
Time has been taken from our hands. I have heard the call, Crow.
Great Zoras! Sounds the mental Klaxion once more, eh? Curse the meddling celestials. They've caused this.
No Eternal can fail to answer the call. I must return to Olympia. If we face trial with the space gods, let us do so in ways they must honor.
Ha 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 ha! No regiment was ever made that could find honor among the deviants. Ha 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 ha!
Great Suras!
Huh? It's the monster called Carcass. I thought him to be slain in combat with the reject. I suffer from deep wound, Crow, but I live. I live to laugh at lofty words, but my nose to judge others.
Thina steps close to Carcass without fear.
You think, you feel, you speak with great sensitivity. I find this amazing in
one so different, whatever. She's getting turned on by him because, she likes freaky things. Yeah.
Thank you, lady, for not calling me monster. Yet, the deviants will have me slain because I was born of them. A mutated embarrassment and outrage of the descendants.
Is this an issue you plead? What is it you want of me?
Careful, Thina.
She won't listen, Crow. She never does. So we'll skip ahead. Anyway.
Ha 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 ha. Eternals must take the same risks they offer to the deviants. We are now your monsters, my lady.
I accept you both. I give you the protection of Olympia and the daughter
of Great Zuras. Okay. The reject can hardly believe what is happening. He is offered life instead of death. He's given affection from authority. When it was always shown contempt. Anyway,
come. I have given my word and shall keep it. Come and learn the ways of the Eternals.
Then, as Crow recovers,
Thina, what are you doing? This is madness.
Farewell, Crow. I leave for Olympia with my wards.
In the manner of Great Zuras himself, Thina and her charges vanish from the city of Toads in one mighty flash of energy. No, Thina, come back. Crow's shouts are booming echoes in the empty arena. He is unmindful of the floodwaters seeping in from above.
Thina! Thina!
The canal flood is inundating the palace of the ruling family. But Crow has lost more than the rest. Yeah, his girlfriend.
Thina!
She's going to have a three-way with Reject and Carcass. Next, on your mark, get set, action with the space gods. Don't fail to read. The Russians are coming. Well, I don't think they'll do any better than the Deviants against the Celestials. So, but we'll find out in the next exciting issue of The Eternals. Next time on Mr. Nailsin Sunday Comics. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr. Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.